Hello there, Southwestern, and welcome back to another video where today we are doing the exact same video I said in the last one. I think it was the same exact video, it might have been an Orpington one. But anyways, today we're doing a haze service made by CrankyBot. So, good afternoon, driver. Get set up and prepare for departure shortly. This Saturday afternoon, you are booked for 2 Kilo 88 to London Charing X. Consult your briefing for your departure. Driver only operation. I've also, I can't remember if I said it in the last one. I did mention a texture patch, and I found it, and yeah, it looks a million miles nicer. So I can't remember who made the texture patch, but thank you so much. The sky, there's not much I can do about the sky. I probably could have not used the thingy-majiggy, whatever it was called again, to try and change it, the app, but sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know why this route seems to be built on the old skybox. Apparently there might be a way you can change it, but I really cannot be bothered for breaking anything else, considering I already had to reinstall this game 3 times in the past week. So yeah, I might just leave it how it is. But yeah, so that's just how it's gonna be for now. Anyways, we are literally about to get going already. There's not actually timings for when we're meant to. That says to depart at 1600, so it just appears that there haven't been timings inputted. So we'll give it a sec. There we go, it's 4, so let's just go. So the next stop is West Wickham. Oh, there's announcements. Oh, that's really cool. I think they stopped now. That was quite cool, actually. Very faint, but that was awesome. It's nice when the scenarios have announcements. Also, yeah, this is the first scenario we've done on this channel, which isn't my own. Every other scenario we've done has just been a scenario I've made. Most of them have been uploaded. I think all of them except the last one are on Semi-Commuter. I don't know how often I'm going to bother to upload them to TS Community now. I feel like the problem is when you upload them, they become a lot more of a hassle. They may work on my end, but then there's a chance I end up doing something stupid and screwing it up slightly. Like, I don't know, forget to mention a requirement or forget to mention a requirement I didn't even know I had. So stuff like that. You know, it sort of screws it over. It's too much for my brain to comprehend. But maybe I'll do some more to upload in future. I feel like the more worrying ones is such as the last one I uploaded, which was the first ever West Coast Mainland South scenario I've probably made. Actually I've made one before, it was a 378, but this is like every single piece of AI traffic imaginable, every piece of stock. No, we're a 10 car, aren't we? Like, just everything, all in one. And it's like chaos. That was a ridiculous amount of troubleshooting. Like, I mean a ridiculous amount. But it is really fun in the end, so that's nice. Oh, we got 466 on the M. Wait, what actually is attraction? 465-1, a 465-9, and then a 466-, well, I think there's only dash zeros. We're meant to be here and leave at 3, so we'll just depart at 3. Also, there is the potential that I might be missing, like, there might be a milk bottle or two. because I don't own the Chatham and Medway Valley line on TSC. I own the TSW one, obviously, but actually I'll talk about TSV in a second. But I own the TSW one, but I don't own the classic one, so there might be stuff missing on it. It's the reason I'm not probably gonna do anything from like Tunbridge, unless is it Tunbridge or is it Tonbridge? Just say Tonbridge. Unless I just so happen to have bought it, which currently I do not. I do really enjoy playing Classic though. I sort of have a preference to it over World. Also, there you go, there's my cursor back for the first time in like 10 years. I have a preference to it over TSW. One, the gameplay is a lot smoother. Two, there's a lot more variety of content. And three, it's not just the enjoyment of driving it, it's the enjoyment of to be fair, the driving is it's a lot different in TSW to TSC. TSC, it feels a lot more realistic. TSW4, not TSW4, TSW in general has always felt a lot more exaggerated with the physics. So it's quite a reason for why I have a preference to this game. So it's also, I don't know, there's just, you've got the fun of making your own scenarios, building your own routes, etc. There's a lot better modding on this game, and there's still actually a fairly wide community on classics, so it's a lot nicer. Should actually probably park it in front of the screen, shouldn't I? Not too far in front. These platform screens, they give me like underground vibes, where you've always got the CCTV screen or the driver only operation screens here. There's definitely some sort of asset missing here, surely. Actually, there might not be. There's no visible milk bottle. Oh, actually, no, there is. There. Oh, I know, we're leaving at 6. I don't even know. Oh, why am I not in Eden Park? Oh, wait, we were late. Elmer's ends at 9 past, and then leave at 10 past. We'll be there at 9 past, so we'll be there somewhat on time. I think we might be departing too smoothly, which is going against us. Oh, we've also got 20. That's not very nice. I think now, though, I do own primarily I think I own all the southern region based rolling stock, at least modern day rolling stock, except the 455. Oh, that's just the bottle blowing up. But yeah, I think I own all the stock except the 455, which is great. Oh, well, apart from the 171, well, the 170, but how often do you really like the 171? I've sort of put on hold because it's quite a meaningless requirement for me, because I have the base, obviously. I have the Thompson base, so I can just use that on scenarios, etc. But you don't tend to see the Southern 171 turn up, And I mean, I don't have any other routes which I really need the 174, so not bothered. If I happen to do something like buy the ATS East Coast Mainline route, I don't know, play something else, actually bother to do West Coast Mainline South Run to Birmingham, something like that, maybe I will invest in it, but I've not really been bothered. There's a 10 car, there's a 466, yeah, 10 car. I don't know what on earth are these gradients here. They're slow speed with a gradient might be the worst thing on earth, because it's just so annoying. Well, this isn't trapped by a barrier this time. A hidden milk bottle. I don't actually know what the reason is for them to be milk bottles, but then I guess TSC is this. I feel like I've definitely not been playing TSC long enough to understand what the inside joke probably is. But obviously you got milk bottles, you got the drivable milk float. There's definitely some sort of inside joke that I don't know about. It makes sense. Got the the Croydon tram stuff. To be fair, you can actually see basically all the Croydon tram stuff along this route. I mean, you got it there. There was one, I think, no, that's not it. It was, where's Beckenham Junction? No, Beckenham Junction's here. There you go, there's some there. I mean, you would have some at Wimbledon as well, but I don't know what all the ends are of the... Is it like New Addison, New Adderton? I can't even remember. Also, I do seem to have AP signals for some reason. I have not got the AP signals back. I just installed the Midland Mainline route and it gives me random AP signals. I'm not complaining, to be honest. It does also tell me how meaningless it probably would be to purchase the AP signals pack. So, yeah. I think the only good thing about the AP signals pack is the, like, really advanced scenarios. From what I know, they just replace... Well, no, they have, like, their own, like, scripting and stuff, which you can alter or something like that. I don't know how it works, but I'm not ever going to make scenarios like that. I mean, I have a scenario I do need to go back, find what the service was again, which I do want to make. I mean, I'm not going to do anything like upload it, because I have no clue what the scenario was. Clock house at what? 12. There we go. Because I need to figure out what it was, but I'm not going to upload it because I don't have all the actual stock yet. But it's a 66 from Leeds to Southampton, but it broke down near Banbury. Actually, it might have been just before Banbury. But you take a DRS 68 and you haul it back down, well, you haul it on the rest of the journey down to Southampton. I was thinking of doing it as a two-part scenario, unless by the time I have the 68, the whatchamacallit, Network Southwest route happens to release, which I really doubt it will. It will be the first part on Western Main Lines when I can get it sorted, because the electrified version hates me for some reason and refuses to exist, even though I've got all the files and I've even got the new, well, the old Western Main Lines. It refuses to appear, so I'll have to try and figure out what on earth's going on with that. But once I do, it'll be that and the Wessex Mainline route. I mean, I might just sort out the Wessex Mainline route part first. But I think it'll be quite cool because I like the 68. I think when I have the 68, I'll do some West Coast Mainline South Freight stuff as well. In it, as in replacement for the 88. Also, get some nuclear stuff done on the Southwest Expressways route. That's what I'd probably be most looking forward to. That's overshot, right? No, it's actually perfect, basically. I mean, not perfectly in line with the CCTV, but well. What time? 17 bars. Oh no, this was New Beckenham. 15 bars. Oh, this is why I just... Oh yeah, I forgot about the announcements. What's that in the distance? That's a 465, isn't it? It looks like an overground, a 378, but it's not, is it? It's 465. How long actually is this service? 45. It's meant to be 45 minutes. It's been 16 minutes. We're about halfway through. So it's just a lot of gaps after this, I guess. I feel like I've heard that horn a million times on AP stuff. I'm pretty sure that's been reused from, like, something else, or something else has reused that. So recognize it. Is this using a Hitachi engine? I don't know when this was set. Might be using a PRM, but... Oh no, not engine, traction motors, but... I mean, we can find out when it gets set off. You know, that's missing the, yeah, the phonetic alphabet bit. The DSW one has that, I'm pretty sure. What time were we meant to leave Low Sydenham? 17 past, so we've got a minute. Lewisham. Oh wait, we're going to Lewisham. Oh, yeah, we actually are. Lewisham Platform 1. I wonder if that was meant to meet us at that station then. Or in between. Probably in between, I would have suspected. Oh, that's gotta be a Hitachi, right? Sounds exactly like a Hitachi. Look at this curvature. Super elevation. Does it just get randomly lighter? It's definitely the skybox bugging out. It probably does think it's the AP sky, but it's visually not. That was weird. Catford Bridge, Ladywell, Lewisham, London Bridge, Waterloo East and Charing Cross. Oh wait, between Lewisham and London Bridge, I take it we've got like a express route. I really should record these in full screen. Stop the random lagging out. That's what that's caused by. It's just that it tends to not like the scenery. Oh, you know, I said I was going to touch up on the TSW stuff. You might have noticed I have taken down, well, not taken, yeah, taken down, but privated all the TSW stuff on this channel. My main reasoning for that is because I think with TSW, I don't play it much, and I feel like the content is a bit boring in a sense. So, plus because my PC isn't the greatest at supporting it, but also for some reason, because it's so powerful, it also does tend to annihilate OBS, which is why you do see like the weird freezing. I don't know, it's really weird. I mean, I have a ridiculous amount of like CPU not being used. Okay, 25, but my CPU is not even being used to the maximum. My GPU isn't either. Even I don't know if it's even if I run it in administrator, it's like it, which is fairly annoying. At least with TSC, I think it did it once in the last video, but at least with TSC it doesn't do it that much. I find it only happens in the really dense areas, but it's only went since I've moved the recording to 4K. So I might put out a poll, probably before this video, saying should I keep the videos in 4K or should I keep them in 1440p? Because the 4K ones, it seems to go a bit dodgy, which is unfortunate. It just doesn't seem to be able to handle. But yeah, that's something I'll have to figure out, I guess. Anyway, so we are at Ladywell. Don't really know anything about these stops, but all I do know is that after this we got, what, 2 minutes to Lewisham, and then once we reach Lewisham, we've got a fairly long wait before the next stop. Just close them now, because it's basically time. Wow, that is a fair incline. No, not incline, decline. Same thing. Well, not the same thing. Almost the same thing. You know, it's actually Lewisham's, not very far. There's a fellow, well not a fellow, but a 376. It's like 376 Central here. Literally. Oh, that's actually stopping as well. To be fair, I think most things stop it though. There's a few that don't, but I think most do. Also, clearly something that's meant to go overhead there. And here. Actually, it's probably something that's meant to go overhead. All of this. Yeah. Actually, I lie. I'm actually missing 2 southeastern routes. I'm actually missing London, Faversham, and Medway Valley. See how much they are, maybe I will get them at some point, but when are we supposed to use 26? So we'll give it a minute. To be honest, just literally basically better off getting the TSW version if you didn't have it already. I mean, it's literally £7 for, it's five quid for Medway, £7 for a 12-year-old route. Wow, wow, wow. There's some tight curve. Well, I don't know, it is a curve and it's not really a curve, but still sort of a tight curve. Let's not bother accelerating because it's quite a long consist length and it's quite a steep drop. Is that St. John's then here? It's missing its entire platform floor, so they're currently on air. I think it is a St. John's. It is. There was a 376 in the distance and it's coming for revenge. It's actually coming to St. John's there. So we're crossing over onto presumably the fast line. I mean, I'd hope the fast line. Otherwise there is some questioning. Now it's the fast line. And milk bottle heaven. .707, first one we've seen. I think this is New Cross Gate. The fast line section here and down to London Bridge is absolutely lovely. A lovely part to drive. I mean, it's not incredibly fast, but it's still quite a big sensation of the speed, which is lovely. We got our diversion warning. I don't know where we're traversing and where to. Presumably it's at 50 down there. Presumably. We got a feather, so yeah. See, it is lovely doing this part. See the Shard. All of the building assets from London to Brighton. All of it. Lovely. London Bridge time. To be honest, I really hate this London Bridge. It's absolutely dreadful for scenario making on this route. I'd be really tempted to rebuild it, or try and get help, or try and get like permission with the owner of this route and the owner of the Certain Mole Valley route, because if to get that London Bridge model onto here rather than, well, no, yeah, rather than, well, having this abomination, it makes it physically impossible to do any sort of scenarios. Because you just physically can't route anything here for some reason. I don't know why, but it really refuses to do anything, so. It's just really annoying. Plus, it'd be nice to actually have a modern London Bridge on some of these routes, you know? Rather than this crappy, like, decades-old one. A lot of 465s. You know what we could have done with them? SDO. Although, apparently, some of the units aren't actually fitted with SDO. We are meant to be here for a few minutes as well, but yeah, apparently, they aren't actually fitted with flexible door operation. So you can, in real life, there's like a unit or two where you can have a short platform, but the button will still enable. So you can physically press it. I don't know what would happen if you did press it. Well, the doors would open, but I don't know what would happen then. I mean, it's a bit of a health and safety risk. So I don't really, I don't know. But apparently it's like they missed out some when they were updating them or something like that. Horsham. Horsham? Horsham? It's got to be on diversion, right? Via Hastings or something. But why would it go to... Absolutely zero clue. I'm gonna have to research this now. Can't actually find anything on it. The annoying thing now about using stuff like Google is you don't get proper articles because it would rather use the AI feature than give you actual articles or information based on it. So literally all that comes up is the AI. And I can't do anything about it. I feel like anywhere you go nowadays, AI is absolutely shoved in your face. Like, I mean everywhere. Like, go on a website, it's always AI. If I go on Google, it's always the first response is AI. Go on my phone, there's AI on my phone. Heck, there's a button on the new iPhone, so I definitely don't have a new iPhone. My iPhone's like 6 years old. But heck, they even have AI buttons on them. We are fairly close to Waterloo East though, because I spy with my little eye. a big Ferris wheel looking thing. No points for guessing what that big Ferris wheel thing is. It should be very common knowledge, I'd have thought. It's kind of weird because I feel as though since reinstalling my game, I actually seem to have less scenery than I did before on this route. Which is weird because I do have everything actually I need installed. I think I've got everything. Apart from obviously routes like Sussex Lines and stuff, I've not bothered reinstalling all the freeware stuff. Just like very minimal stuff. There's like millions of reskins and freeware routes and absolutely everything that needs to be reinstalled, and I've just nowhere near that. I've just not bothered. All I've done is southeastern stuff, because at least I have everything. I mean, I've still got a bunch of reskins for like the 465 that I need to install. Apparently I need to get some Dash 9 no first class or something, and I need to get a 73751, something like that, just a million things. It's really not been as many 707s as I would have thought. There's also been a lot of 466s. Let's just check our timings for Waterloo East. Arrive 41 past, we're early, leave at 42:30, so we'll do that. Just a slight wait here then. You know, whilst we're doing this, I just make the thumbnail for the video. Rather than just sitting there for ages doing nothing.
The next station is London Charing Cross.
And bam, it's already done. Well, actually, I just need to do a slight thing, and then it's done. Let me just zoom that in a bit more. And there we go, it's done. Very, very quick task, because I've literally made it so simple. All I have to do is change the values, and then chuck an image in, zoom in on the image, and kabam. It's finished. You know what, for the sake of it, we'll do the last bit atlas. Just for the sake of it. Oh, you know what I am going to do? I'm going to check the scenario files of this because I need to send the details of how the announcements works to someone. So if I also bother to add announcements again in future to a scenario, then I'll do it the same way because I'm pretty sure I know to do it without the... You might remember the only ever Southeastern video we did, the 375 one. You might remember how that was. It works exactly like that. No, not exactly like that. Similar concept, but without it bugging up the Mars distance system. Using trigger points properly. I just realised it's not 15 here, it's 25 or a mile. I said I was going to do Huddless and then I completely botch it. It would be nice to actually bother to learn a route like this, Huddless, though. I'm wanting to do it when the Network Southwest one comes out. I want to do the full thing, Huddless. For sure. I'm sure in real life there would be cattle grids here. But there's not, so... We'll still go down to minimum speed, but... don't have to worry an incredible much about it. Bam bam. There you go. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like and subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. It's been a pretty chill one today. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. So yeah, bye.